Hello Internet, welcome back to Watch with Joe. It is time for the finale of She-Hulk, Attorney at Law. Very excited to watch this episode, especially after last week's, which was so fantastic with the introduction of Daredevil into the story and the... how to describe it? The online trolls becoming real life trolls and disrupting Jennifer's award receiving and her hulking out a bit, going full Hulk. So it was a thoroughly entertaining episode because it felt much more superhero because we had some fight scenes basically. I think they missed a chance having a proper hallway fight for Daredevil. They kind of hinted at it in a kind of miniature way, but we never got it like classic, like first season of Daredevil on Netflix. I thought the first part of the hallway fight they did was a potential to do it really well, but they kept on doing cuts and things, and yeah, I kind of wish they'd done the one-shot hallway there and then done the staring at different ends and done the collapse bit. But, well, yeah, that's by the by. They didn't do it, never mind. But it was still great, the whole episode. And now, it's... we don't know where we're going to stand. Is Jen going to be in Supermax prison? Is she going to be on the run? Is something major's got to happen at some point in this finale, I'm sure. The questions on my mind is who is King Hulk and who's the organisation behind all this? Is it Abomination? Is all that just an act? Is it the creepy Todd guy who's a tech billionaire or something, or millionaire, and he just keeps showing up and he just creeps me out? There's a video on in the bit of the masked and distorted voices, and I was just looking at the hair and like, that's Todd and the leapfrog guy, is what all was going through my head. But who knows? Maybe it's just they're just going to catch him and it's just trolls who get their comeuppance. And yeah, and honestly, I think, now I'm thinking about it, the bad press from her hulking out will probably mean that she is fired and she'll start her own firm, perhaps? I don't know. That'd be interesting. It'd be all like she joins no, that wouldn't make sense because it's his cover. I was going to say he would join Matt's firm and then they'd have a West Coast and an East Coast office, but he's still got a secret identity and that's a secret, and that would be that would complicate matters. So maybe she'll start her own firm. Who knows? But I'm sure it'll be very interesting, and I'm going to stop talking now so we can get down to watching it. It's the finale of She-Hulk, Attorney at Law.
Jennifer Walters, Esquire, lawyer, millennial, searching for a way to balance a career and her personal life.
Okay.
Then she is provoked into a rampage that has landed her in prison, and now she is seen only for the raging spirit that dwells within her.
Okay. Oh, she is in Blonsky's cell. I called it from last week.
We need to discuss your case.
This was a targeted attack. They need to be held responsible for this.
They baited
Yeah.
you and you took the bait.
I was angry.
Oh, that's fucked. Fired. I knew that. Wow, if this isn't just an invasion of privacy on every single level. Jesus. This is so unbelievably unfair.
Oh boy. Jen.
That's correct. We work together at the district attorney's office.
No, this dick!
Significant amount of time, and let me tell you, she was psycho way before she got those superpowers.
Which I know is what I said I wanted, but this doesn't feel right.
You kind of got used to it.
This isn't even a reluctant superhero story. I'm just getting screwed over.
Yeah.
Is this what you guys want?
No!
Emil would understand.
Not delivered.
Well, you said come anytime. This is a time.
Forgive me, Jen, for this transgression. Oh, hey there, Hulk King. Okay, well, that was easy. Or... am I a genius? Hell yeah, I'll be there.
Please don't make me do this.
You have to, all right? I need you to blend in with these trolls, okay? And remember to always refer to women as females.
Females, am I right?
Mother Pug.
Ah, I knew it!
Todd Phelps? So happy that you're here.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, God.
We are vibing, my man.
Gross. Keep him talking about something relevant.
Oh, I hate him, I hate him, I hate him, I hate him. You are a horrible, horrible person, and I'm just waiting for Abomination to turn up.
I'm Hulk King.
Oh, he is Hulk King.
My God.
For the Abomination!
I knew it!
Emil?
Jennifer.
You've been transforming into the Abomination.
Yeah, I do speaking engagements. Nothing bad, strictly for profit.
Sorry that you're upset.
Was there a real apology in there somewhere?
No, there wasn't.
These guys are intelligentsia. Todd created the site. He's Hulk King.
You're Hulk King?
No doy! Remember your attractive date, Josh? Well, I hired him to seduce you and steal your blood. My team also synthesized your blood, so it could safely give me all the powers you never should have been given in the first place.
Oh, you are an idiot.
This is not
You are
gonna work,
disgusting.
right? This can't possibly be where this season was going.
Yeah.
Surprise, losers. I'm out of here, man. Come on, Titania too? This isn't messy enough?
Yeah. What is going on? Yeah!
What is even happening here? No. This is a mess. None of these storylines make any sense.
Yeah.
Is this working for you?
No. Oh, what? What?
Hey.
Okay. Hey, Jen. What's going on?
No. Marvel Assembled. That'll do.
Okay. Wait, what the hell is going on? They're just strolling around Disney Studios.
This is the story that Kevin wants.
Okay, then I want to talk to Kevin.
Oh.
This is very creepy, the way you're talking about him. It's not healthy. I'm going to go talk to Kevin now.
Okay, great. Let me just have you sign our non-disclosure agreement and then have a seat. I've got She-Hulk here.
Why'd you make me sign if you were just going to do that?
Everyone has to sign the NDA.
What the hell is this finale? This is Kevin!
Hello, Jennifer. I will answer your questions, but you must first transform back to Jennifer.
Sure.
But wait until the camera is off you. The visual effects team has moved on to another project. There.
Was that Wakanda little drum beat there?
Thank you. I possess the most...
Look at the little cap around the lens.
The Marvel Cinematic Universe is known for its big spectacles and high-stakes plot lines, but it's often said that Marvel movies all end the same way.
Wait, who's saying that?
Perhaps this is a result of following. It distracts from the story, which is that my life fell apart right when I was learning to be both Jen and She-Hulk. Those are my stakes, Kevin. Powers aren't the villain. He is. And Bruce swooping down from literal outer space to save the day in my story?
But Bruce is supposed to return to explain what he was doing
No,
on
we don't need to hear any of that.
But we were going to introduce
Save it for the movie.
recalculating and abomination.
After all that, I just want him to hold himself accountable.
Okay.
Oh, and when are we getting the X-Men?
I cannot tell you that. You obliterated the thrilling ending Kevin formulated.
Well, yeah, that's what Hulks do. We smash things. Bruce smashes buildings, I smash fourth walls and bad endings. And sometimes Matt Murdock.
See you on the big screen.
Really?
No.
Oh, whatever.
What a troll!
I'll see you in court, babe.
Hey!
Jen, I'm here to help.
Happy to see you.
Oh, thanks. Happy to see you too. Oh my God, did they hook up? Are they a thing?
Yeah, they did!
That if you sign this, you go back to prison for 10 years for violating your parole.
Yep. It's the comic price I pay for my actions.
I mean, it's a much more satisfying ending for the show, but it's not quite, you know, there's a bit of a gap on how it changed.
Jen, I could use a full counsel here.
Welcome to my life.
That's nice. Hey!
I have someone here that I'd like you all to meet. This is my son, Scar.
What? What?
People like Todd Phelps have to be held responsible for their actions. The message we're sending is that if you attack, harm, or harass innocent people, I'm coming for you.
Do you mean in the courtroom or as a superhero?
Both.
Now tell our viewers, who are you wearing to court today?
Okay.
Okay.
You took your time.
Emil, my apologies for the delay.
You got sucked into another show, didn't you?
We're really in an era of peak TV. Do you have all your things?
Yeah. What's the guest policy at Carbotage?
It's
Shared fridge?
we're kind of all one with everything, fam.
What about Wi-Fi?
Yeah, Wi-Fi.
What? Why, Wong? Why, Wong? What are you doing? So that was the finale for She-Hulk Attorney at Law, and I mean, okay, got Todd right as the guy behind Intelligentsia, which was fairly obvious. I mean, why was he always around? Because he was eating the eye on Jennifer. Interesting. And yeah, it was just the story ends up just being about trolls who get their just desserts. But the weirdest thing is this cutaway into real life, well, real-ish life, and then editing the finale to make it actually, you know, fit with the kind of story we're telling instead of a big climactic fight. But it kind of, I kind of wish they'd, instead of doing that cutaway joke kind of thing, they'd actually just done that story and we could have seen it in, like, come to fruition of them coming in and Jennifer finding them and then not starting a fight and not doing the blood thing and it just being and her just finding out and then calling the police and doing it that way instead of it being this convoluted way of pointing out that that you don't need to end it all in a big fight with other characters and old characters coming back and things like that. So yeah, I wish they'd done the story that Jennifer wanted instead of doing this real life cutaway, which I think that's a shame. I think that's I mean, it's funny for a little bit, but yeah. I mean, we got the right ending in the end. I just would have liked that properly done, you know? But never mind. I'm also glad she's not working at that law firm anymore. I'm assuming she might now be. I don't know. They may have hired her back now that the charges have been dropped against her. I don't know. But I would like to see her having her own practice. It would be good in season 2, if there is a season 2, which they were hinting at, and was a movie. And the thing is, tongue, start working properly, please. Speaking of movie, we get Hulk right at the end coming back with his son. So obviously, son from when he was the champion on Sakaar. That's weird. Who's the mother? Interesting. But yeah, I mean, those are my thoughts on the finale. I mean, yeah, it was okay, but I mean, I wish they'd done the proper ending that they ended up doing. I wish they'd done a whole episode of that instead of the fudged bit. But there we go. Thoughts on the whole series. My tongue's just not working today. Thoughts on the whole season. Highs and lows throughout, but mostly mid. I think that's unfair. I mean, the low points were low because I think they didn't get the story quite right, or telling the story quite right, and that's what the finale was for me. It was that low bit of like, no, I mean, yeah, it's cool. Oh, wow, listen to this character, but then I'm like, that doesn't work. Why is Bruce back, and how is Abomination getting? I mean, we saw one instance of him, of his inhibitor not working. But have there been more, or has he worked a way around it? Things like that. Those are the bits which put me off. But the assortment of very strange hero cases. But mostly, I mean, the big standout for me is firstly the very much shining a light on trolls, or the horrible things that people do to each other, the social media world that we live in. All of that is wrapped up in Intelligentsia and with Titania, and it's just nastiness, and just people will do anything to get ahead, and everyone hates everyone else, and it's just horrible. And it's just unpleasantness that is the reality of the world, both in the MCU world and in our world. And I think it's a little bit tough viewing sometimes because we kind of block it out. We're so used to it that having a spotlight shone directly onto the actual real world that we live in, kind of, it's not particularly pleasant. And one of the other things is the horrible dating life of Jen, having to put up with people who just want She-Hulk and aren't interested in her, and the pain of dating in your 30s, which I have spoken about in previous episodes. It's not a pleasant experience. So yeah, it's just the whole season shone lights on things which we like to not think about, because it's easier to deal with life when you don't think about how the internet is full of trolls. Social media influencers are, for the most part, kind of toxic. Social media in general is toxic. Dating is a nightmare, and being a woman who's a professional and at the top of their game is still a struggle to be recognised as anything other than a woman working instead of just a person working, it seems. And I mean, I could go on for hours about equal pay and equal opportunities, which don't exist in this world, and seem not to in the MCU either, which is a reflection on the world we live in. But yeah, I mean, it is difficult to watch that kind of stuff because it's something that, as a man, I don't see as much because I am a man, and male privilege is absolutely a thing. And if you refute that, you're an idiot. And so, yeah, it is difficult watching at times. But, I mean, it's good that things are... It is good that the light is shone on those things, but it's tricky watching sometimes. I mean, yeah. Which is why it's kind of difficult to think about this show and how I think it fits in with the MCU and in shows in general. And like I said, there are ups and downs in this show. There are some really good funny bits which are completely non-superhero related. It's just life. Episode 8 was a great superhero episode, as was like the early stuff with Hulk was very MCU cool kind of stuff. And then there were the episodes where it was just gut-wrenching because it was like, I am so... It's so uncomfortable because I am absolutely seeing things which I block out or I absolutely feel but I don't talk about. Or so it's so difficult to think about an absolute thought about this show because it is so polarizing in the emotions it gives me, because 1 minute I'm laughing and the next minute I'm having an existential crisis. It's just hot. I don't know what to think with this show, but there we go. That's something I'm going to have to deal with, as I probably will watch it again when I'm not thinking about commentating. Yeah, it's an interesting show. I am curious to see if they do more or she moves into cinema stuff, but I'm going to assume they're just going to do another season like they're apparently doing with Moon Knight. And I'm kind of annoyed at myself for falling for this whole blood thing throughout, which they were doing. I'm kind of annoyed about that's my... Why did I think there had to be some sort of bigger plot going on? Why couldn't it have just been about her? It's because that's what I've been taught by the MCU. I think that's the thing they point out in the finale. I'm all over the place right now with this post-episode talk. This is why maybe I should take a pause before doing these post-episode talks instead of literally pressing stop and then pressing record again. But there we go. Lesson to learn, maybe. Anyway, I'm done talking now. And that's it for this video. Thank you very much for joining me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell and comment below. All those things help me grow the channel so I can keep doing this for you, the internet. Tell me your thoughts about the finale for She-Hulk and your thoughts on the show in general and where you think it's going to go in the future if we get more, which I kind of hope we do. Yeah, so just comment below and I will talk to you right there, and I will see you in the next video.